In September of 2017, Apple announced 3 different phones: the iPhone 8, the iPhone 8 Plus, and the iPhone 10. Today, we are going to unbox the iPhone 8. I will first start with the customizations of this phone. This iPhone 8 is a 256GB model and is factory unlocked. The color I chose was Space Gray, which I am very interested in because Apple got rid of Space Gray with the iPhone 7. Just like the iPhone 7's packaging, there is no shrink wrap on the outside, instead a pull tab that helps rip off the plastic wrap. So we'll just pull this all off, and the phone kind of just falls out. The outline of the phone is lifted as normal so you can feel the phone. Now let's take off the top to expose the paperwork that says designed by Apple in California. The iPhone 7 did the exact same thing. Inside this pocket are a few items: a short guide of the phone and a SIM card ejector, which hasn't been included since the iPhone 3GS. There's more paperwork about the phone and the usual 2 Apple logo stickers. Let's put this away and move on to the phone. And now we have the iPhone 8. This wrap is just like the iPhone 7 with the pull tab on the bottom and the little flaps on the side. Before we get to the phone though, let's finish with the box. So it looks like the box moved a lot in transit or was put together in a sloppy way because the holder is lifted a little bit. Here's the Lightning Jack headphones, and on the back is the 3.5mm to Lightning adapter. Now I have 2 of these. Dope. Here's the 1m Lightning to USB-A charging cable, and here's the 5W 1000mAh charging block that every single iPhone comes with. Maybe next year we'll get at least a 10W plug. I'll put the components back and get to the main attraction, the iPhone 8. We'll take off the back, and we'll take off the front. So the front of the iPhone looks almost identical to the iPhone 7. There are some minor differences that I will get to later. When you look at the side, you can tell the difference in the color when compared to the matte black. The iPhone 8 seems a little bit thick, but that's probably because of the glass. On the sides, you can tell that the iPhone 7 is still the matte black, whereas this is space gray. So it's a little bit obvious. On the bottom, you have the normal speaker, microphone, Lightning USB port, and another microphone. And on the side, there is a SIM card tray and the power button, which is now called the side button. And then at the top, there's nothing at all. And on the left side, you still have that silent switch in the volume up and volume down buttons. On the back, you have all glass. The interesting thing about this is that it's very difficult to see the fingerprints on here. So that's a huge improvement over the iPhone 4S. The front has a very similar coating, and once compared to the iPhone 7, I noticed that it keeps fingerprints just as easy. On the front of the device, it's all black, and then on the back, it's almost like a gray. Well, I mean, it is space gray, but it's almost between a gray and a black, but I wouldn't call it space gray. And on the bottom of this glass panel, you see the word iPhone, and that's it. It doesn't have any logos or legal writing or anything like that, which is kind of interesting to see. It doesn't even have a model number like all other iPhones. And on the SIM card, it just shows the IMEI, so I'm very interested as to how Apple got away with not putting these logos on the phone. If only other phones would do this. Anyways, let's power up this phone. It does feel a little bit heavier than the 7, but not by much. Now I will go through the settings: English, United States. I'll skip the quick startup option and select the Wi-Fi, type in the password, and move on from there. I do need to put in a SIM card in order to move on, so I'll put in this T-Mobile one right now. I will speed up this very slow activation for you guys. So the iPhone 8 does support Touch ID, so at least it wasn't removed on this phone. Not going to add a passcode, and I will start as a new phone and just breeze through the setup to get to the main screen. I'm coming back to this because this is the True Tone display that Apple was talking about and is pretty much a lighter version of Night Shift. At least that's what it seems like. It just seems like the screen has a yellow tint to it. It is hard to see on camera, but it is very annoying to me. Then again, my iPhone 7 did have the same yellow tint when I bought the phone. Now we set up the 1-year-old new home button, which is a 2 for me. And I always put the display as standard, never zoomed in, and we are all done. And that's the end of this unboxing. Subscribe to see more videos about the iPhone 8, which I'll be posting over the next few weeks. I will also be purchasing the iPhone 10, so that's something to look forward to. If you have any questions or requests, let me know in the comment section or on Twitter at MattofRWR. Thanks for watching.